Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing great. So today's episode we're going to be looking at something which everybody has experienced or will experience at one point in their life. And what I'm talking about is creative block. And in today's episode I'm going to be discussing 6 ways that you can break this cycle so that you can keep those creative juices flowing and create more designs to upload on your respective print-on-demand shop so that you can actually make more money. So without further ado, let's get to it. So if you enjoy content pertaining to print on demand and the whole design making process and everything that goes with it, then please do consider hitting the subscribe button, smashing the like button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon so that you will be informed each and every time I upload a video. I've been taking a look at my analytics as of late, and I've noticed that about 45% of viewers who are watching my content are non-subscribers. So if you fit in that bracket and you haven't yet clicked the subscribe button yet, please click it on right now before we continue going on with the video so that you'll be part of our community where we can grow and learn together as print-on-demand design artists. So with that said, let's continue with the video. Okay, so the first tip that I'm going to be sharing with you is pretty much basic and something that we should already know well in advance, but sometimes we don't really take very great notice of it. And that pertains to staying hydrated, eating food, and getting enough sleep. You know, our bodies thrive on these 3 aspects. And if we don't give it the energy and the hydration and the amount of sleep that we need, then our creative juices aren't going to be there. And they're going to let us down. And instead of being creative, we're going to be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you don't really create very well. So don't forget to stay hydrated, eat regularly, and obviously get enough sleep. Tip number 2, obviously, is to get away from your computer and your tablet every now and then. Get outside, do something different, get some fresh air, a different perspective. I know it can be really, really hard. I suffer from that too as well. I keep thinking to myself, you know, the time that I'm actually out here, I could be in front of my computer creating out the next design that's going to go viral and I'm going to make tons of money and it's going to be great and oh, what am I doing out over here? But in truth, you're not going to gain anywhere like that. By getting out and changing your perspective and getting some fresh air, even if it's just for a short duration of time, will reset your mind, your perception, get those creative juices flowing again so that when you get back in front of your computer or in front of your tablet, you'll have a new sense of invigoration and you'll actually start thinking, oh yeah, why didn't I think about that before? Or, oh, I could do it this way or I could do it that way. And the creative juices start flowing, which probably wouldn't have come through had you stayed in front of your computer hour after hour after hour without even trying to change your environment a little bit. So get out, spend some time. Don't worry, the computer will be over there, your designs are going to be over there, but get out and get some fresh air so that you can reinvigorate your creative juices. Sometimes actually sitting in front of a computer or a tablet can be the cause of your design block. And sometimes maybe what you might want to do is just go out and be creative with another format, either be it, coloring with pencils or writing things down with a pen and paper, okay? And get out of the room where your computer and tablet is so that you can actually be away from those, so that you won't be distracted or you'll feel the urge to go back onto that form of medium. And just really sit down and relax with the process of a pen and paper in your hand and just write. You know, or just doodle, just create. If you're into clay, make something out of clay. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, be it hobby or otherwise, work on that, even again, if it's just for a short duration of time, so that you can actually allow your mind to clear, your body gets reinvigorated, and you get a certain sense of energy, so that when you go back in front of the computer or on your tablet, you'll have that, you know, you'll have that step in your stride that you say, oh, okay, let's get to it, you know? So try another medium and get cracking with that too as well. Another good tip is simply, again, getting a piece of paper and a pencil and start writing free words down. Just anything that comes to mind. And if it's something that you would like to draw, write down the concept of the drawing, okay? Write down the images that you would like to draw. And then allow yourself to branch out and just write and write and write whatever comes to mind. And you'll find yourself that after some time, if you allow yourself the opportunity to relax in the process, your creative juices will start flowing again, and you'll start writing things, and you'll start saying to yourself, hey, I didn't think about that before. Let me write this down. And if I do this, then I can write that, and I can draw this, and I can draw that. And it starts branching out, and before you know it, you'll start feeling yourself saying, okay, I've got a real good creative design that I can get back to my computer to do, which perhaps maybe you wouldn't have achieved had you stayed in front of the computer and just stared at it, wondering, what am I going to design? Okay, so sometimes again, this ties in with all of the others, a different environment, a different perspective. Get a pen and paper or a pencil and paper in hand and just simply free write. Even if it's just lyrics to a favorite song that you have, or maybe a quotation that you heard that really resonated with you. Just get down and start writing and allow yourself to open up to it. And when you do that, your creative juices will start flowing again, and you can take that pen and paper, or you can take that pencil and paper back to your study or to your office, wherever it is that you're designing, and just read over it, and you'll start feeling inspired by what it is that you wrote. The fifth tip that I would like to share with you is put some restrictions on your stuff. And you might say, well, wait a minute. Restrictions? If I'm already feeling like I've got this designer block, why would I put more restrictions? Well, as has happened to many people, myself included, particularly if you are new to the print-on-demand game, there's just so much out there that is bent on helping you to create that sometimes it can be very overwhelming. The number of software tool packages that you can use, the number of websites that are offering clip arts and fonts for you to use, the number of YouTube videos that you watch online, mine first, that's telling you how to help and how to create different designs to put on t-shirts, mugs, and whatnot. Sometimes it can be really, really overwhelming. So in putting restrictions on yourself, it can actually help focus your mind to actually turn off all of the noise that's around you and just focus on the brief at hand. So what kind of restrictions are we talking about? Well, perhaps maybe you might say to yourself, okay, I'm only going to work with a design that only has 2 or 3 colors, 3 maximum. Okay? So you already start thinking about what colors could complement each other. Alright? And you might start saying, okay, I'm just going to go with blue and bright yellow, or green and orange. Whatever, the color is irrelevant. What's important is that you restrict yourself to just a simple number of colors. Okay? Then you can say to yourself, okay, what software package am I going to use? If you're someone who's like me, you might have 2 or 3 different software packages opening, and you're like, okay, I'm going to create this aspect of design on this program, then I'm going to save it and jump over onto this one, and then do the same thing and re-import it back to that one. And before you know it, it just seems so much that it actually blocks your creativity. So you could say, all right, I'm only going to work on Photoshop. Or if you don't have Photoshop, I'm only going to create on Photopea or just on Canva. But I'm not going to touch any other software package, and I'm only going to stick with what that software has to offer. That way, again, you're restricting yourself and you're allowing your mind and your creativity just to focus on that and turn off all of the other noise around you. Okay? You can also restrict yourself. Is it going to be a text-based design, or is it going to be a graphic-based design? And once you've actually restricted yourself to that, again, turn off the noise in your brain saying, but if I do that, it might come out better this way. If I do that, it might turn out better that way. No. If you decide that you're going to do a text-based design, stick it through from A to Z and just focus on doing the text-based design. You'll find yourself that when you do that, your creative juices will flow and even more designs will come out from your creativity. And the sixth and final tip is to look at the work of others. Okay? Sometimes, if you find yourself with creative design block, you might just want to sit down on Redbubble, okay, and open up a page. Just type in any niche that you might want to consider doing for, all right, and just click through the bestsellers and just see what kinds of designs people are uploading that might actually then inspire you to want to create something similar, not copied pixel for pixel, but similar in your own particular design style, so that then you can actually go ahead and upload that to yourself. And this is not something which should only take 1 or 2 minutes. You know, you're not going to sit there and say, oh, the first one, there, boom, I'm inspired. No. Take 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes and just scroll through different designs. Okay? Check the most relevant, check the newest, check the best sellers. All right? See what kind of color schemes seem to be popular at this particular time when you're designing. Are they using text-based designs? What kind of fonts are they using? Is it more script-based? Is it bold and crisp and clean type fonts? All right. what seems to be out there that people are buying. And don't just stick to Redbubble. Hit on TeePublic, go onto Etsy, go onto Amazon. Alright, maybe today you might want to say, I'm just going to see what's on Amazon. Tomorrow I'm just going to see what's on Redbubble. The next day maybe on Etsy. Alright, that way you're getting different flavors from different artists who are uploading the work to help inspire you in order to break down those creative design blocks that are in your mind so that you'll be able to create your designs and obviously be able to upload and hopefully make more sales, which would inevitably lead to more success for your shop. So there you have it, everybody. 6 tips to help break the creative design block process that inevitably we all go through. Sometimes we experience it frequently, sometimes it just happens to rear its ugly head every now and then. But what's important is that when it does hit, we know what we can do to help try and break the cycle so that we can get back to doing what we love, creating and uploading and eventually making more sales for our shop. So, like I said earlier in the video, once again, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button. If you stuck through to the end on this video, thank you very much. But for today, that's all I've got. So, as always, be well, stay safe, be creative. Bye for now.